Good morning, everybody. Today is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. And while I'm in such a mood to just straight tell whatever I'm thinking, somebody had asked about the difference between yoga and Tai Chi. And, I'm not going to be diplomatic on this one. I usually am. I'm going to be straight up. Aside from the fact that one's a martial art, one isn't, the major difference is the energetic system. Okay, now in India, there is an emphasis religiously going back to the Upanishads and seen also in Buddhism and Sikhism and Jainism. There's an emphasis on escaping samsara, which is the cycle of rebirth. Okay, it's the cycle of suffering. So when they discovered these energetic systems, or they inherited them really from the Aryans who brought the information there from the biblical era, when they looked at that, they came up with a system of yoga where you activate the chakras in an ascending manner, and you send the spirit and use the water to go out the head top. All right, and you develop the white tuft of hair here, and you get very thin. And in yoga they wouldn't wear clothes, and they'd be exposed to elements. And right in the Gita, you can see that yoga is a religious practice. Tai Chi is quite different. First of all, the Chinese science of using the energy centers is to go in a circle. We call it the microcosmic orbit. Right? Ho Tian Chi is the post-heaven breathing. So going from down below, you go up the spine, and you mix it to the head top. You still reach the same energy centers, but then you come back down to the Dantian. And that is the main difference. One is based on escaping the cycles, and the other one is continuing the cycles. There's an emphasis in Chinese sciences, Chinese medicine, on longevity and vitality coming together. There's no such emphasis in India. In fact, they often revere the person who is able to hold their arm up or stand on one leg, and for dozens of years. These things are very damaging to the body. Those people are revered. They're called babas. Just the technologies are different, even though they use the same energy centers. They use the same facts of the body. Now, so which one should you do? First of all, if you're very, very Christian, if you don't understand what yoga is, you need to read the Bhagavad Gita. And then you decide from there, does that support? It is based on the one God. It is based on, subservient to Him and becoming a vessel of the Bhagavan, just a vessel for the movements. Okay? And that is what yoga really is. It's not the stretches. But for the most part, many, many deep Christians will feel an aversion to anything Hindu, and that's understandable. Okay, it's maybe it's quote backwards or not PC, but it is what it is. If you don't feel like you can support that, that's where the Chinese system's handy for you, because Taijiquan is a science and an art. It is not specifically religious. It did have something to do with the Taoist temples, but not necessarily. Many Tai Chi practitioners are not Taoists. And there are many famous Qigong masters who are Catholic. So you can do the Chinese science. On top of that, we see in Genesis an emphasis on, the tree of life versus the tree of knowledge. Okay? And the tree of knowledge would be going up into the head, becoming fairly powerful up here, whereas the Kundalini is the serpent going up the tree. And Genesis tended to warn against that. They said, so surely as you eat of this tree, you will die. So surely you will die. Well, could be called extinguished, and that would be a good thing in the samsaric system. But for those who, like the Chinese or people from the Middle East, they're not typically interested in that ideology, so they're more interested in getting to heaven. In which case, probably the cyclical one is going to more reflect, because ultimately, once you have the circulating chi, you allow the chi of heaven to come down this way. So it doesn't go this way; it comes down this way, and you avoid Kundalini syndrome that way. That's probably the most important difference that people need to know. I think Tai Chi is also more accessible for more people, just because of the nature of our culture and, yoga pants and, women versus men and all this. Tai Chi is for everyone. I don't think children are great at it, but that's a maturity thing. But I think that Tai Chi can be used by pretty much anybody. So, like and share if you agree. If you don't, it's okay. You can comment. You can bash. But I will just tell you that's the straight dope as to what is the difference in their energetic systems and what really makes them truly different. It's kind of ironic that yoga is the one that has gone super wide, probably because people always like things that are different, that they don't really understand. And they don't understand it because they don't read the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, well, I'll catch you next time, and like, share, subscribe if you would. Have a good one.